And the adventure begins. Big Pool, Western Maryland Rail Trail, heading west. That creaking sound is a saddle again. I didn't lube up any of the metal parts today. Figured it was okay. I tried it the other day. So, the creak is back still. But it is a saddle. Brooks B67. So I'm on the rail trail. Basically a shakedown ride with all my gear, overnight gear. Enough stuff for a week or two. Minimal food though, because I would stop and resupply. But my rain gear and so forth, warmer gear, I have all that. So just checking things out before I go out for too long. So today I'm planning on just a day trip, but I could stop overnight anywhere I wanted to. See how the day goes. Coming up on Earnsville Road. This is about 1 mile from the parking lot where I started. Big Pool parking lot. So heading west, so if you turn left, you can meet up with the C&O towpath to the short ways down there. Looking both ways, right around the bend down there is the towpath. That's 114.5. Sorry.
Good morning, afternoon.
How are you?
All right.
If you turn right, you go out to Route 40, that's the Tuscarora. The Tuscarora Trail continues out there. There's a road over to the left back there that'll lead down to Licking Creek area. So we'll be following I-70 for a while. A lot more noise, for a little bit anyway. Here's one of the crossovers here down to the towpath. Takes you down to about milepost 117. You'll probably get, yeah, you can get through there if you had to. The next one will be 3 more miles up here, the equivalent of milepost 120 on the towpath. And that'll be looking over at Little Pool Pond. Back there on the left, that trail, that little crossover, that's part of the Tuscarora Trail connection. The Tuscarora Trail is a hiking trail and it uses the towpath and the Maryland Rail Trail some. Comes down out of Pennsylvania, uses Route 40, crosses Route 40 back there ways, and then uses that paved trail underneath the I-70 bridges out to the rail trail here, and then onto the towpath back there at that trail. And then they would continue on to Hancock and then cross over into West Virginia. I-70 is very busy today. I never noticed as much noise. So it's definitely noisy. Before too long, it'll start separating away from the interstate. I've been pretty much constantly pedaling. It's all flat. So there's no hills to go up or down. So it's all pedaling. So 2.5 miles later, we're away from the Interstate 70 now. So had only about 2.5 miles of that. Down below Interstate 70, it's up there. So it shields the noise some, a good bit actually. Coming up to the rail trail, mile 5. And shortly after should be the stone steps down to the towpath at the east end of Little Pool Pond. Those are the steps down to Little Pool. I'll circle back. Here we go. Continuing on, that was the equivalent of milepost 120.1 on the towpath, the stone steps to Little Pool. So a little more research into my creak on the bike. It's not the saddle. It's coming down from the pedal area. It doesn't seem to be loose just by feeling it. Start to see some of these old businesses along the rail trail here. Hardee's across the street there, access through there. Buddy Lou's will be up here on the right. Start to see Buddy Lou's there. They have a street entrance on the street. Go up the hill. Becomes a little congested area here, so be careful. I'm going to circle around here real quick, get another picture or two. There's up on my left, there's the traffic. Right down through here, through the parking lot. So 10 miles later, after I started, Hancock. It'd be about 124.5 or so on the towpath marker. Okay, so the rail trail continues over here to the right. Looking left, looking right. Nothing. Now they're looking left, looking right. C&O Bicycle Shop over here on the left, and they have a enclosed fence cage area in the back if you need to stay overnight. Street access out here to the pavilion. Circle around down here real quick. And here's the access to the towpath over here. And this is the back side of the bicycle shop. Usually that gate is closed, but you can access it after hours by calling. I think $15 or $20 a night if you wanted to stay there. So I'm going to flip up here at the pavilion, take a break for a few minutes. How you doing? So here's the rail trail we just came off of, and it'll continue there west through there. This is about 124.5. So I'll integrate with the traffic here. The pavilion is just down here on the left after this building, after the funeral home. I'm looking in my rear view mirrors, nothing's behind me. And I'm coming over here. You can park here daytime and overnight. Overnight, you want to contact the town admin office. Watch that bump. So there's the pavilion, and up there, that's the rail trail up those steps. So I'm gonna take a quick break. So the bathroom is still open, water's on, probably through the end of the month, I imagine. There's a shower there. I'm not going to try it, it usually works. And pavilion's here. Electric outlets on 4 of the posts, and there's usually lights on around the clock, if that would bother you. But you can camp here overnight. Generally, you don't have to say anything to them, but if you want to be sure, just call the town office. When you're done here, when you're ready to leave, rather than go up the steps, I generally just go back out on the street. There is a sidewalk if you're not comfortable with the road, the street. It's just a block away to turn off. So I'll sit down here for a few minutes, grab a snack, drink some more of my tea. I don't need to charge anything. Let me try one of these outlets and make sure they're still on. Yeah. Power's still on. Lights are on. And this faucet over here has been locked, but let's see. Is it still locked? No, it looks like it's unchained. Does it work? Yep, water's on. So whether that water will stay on around the year, it probably won't. I think I checked with them once before. They'll cut everything off during the cold season. Must have had a race, some event. This is about mile 17 and a half on the rail trail. That's from the big pool parking lot. 17 and a half miles. It's like a crossover to the towpath. No, that wasn't a crossover to towpath. That's a crossover to, looks like Deneen Road. Towpath is just over there, beyond that. Car coming. They won't see you, so be careful. It says stop. Looking right, looking left. Sorry, thanks. That was Deneen Road back there. If you follow that to the left, it'll take you to the towpath. Start to get a glimpse of the towpath down there. And right along the river. B123 with the rail trail at mile 18. So that's about towpath 131 something. Lots of poplar trees. There's real straight, tall trees there. I think they're poplar. Okay, down there is lock 55, I believe. Right? Nope, I'm wrong. How you doing? That's lock 55. Down there. That's where you'd have to get off the towpath, come up here to bypass this bridge that's out about another quarter mile. So that was 134.1. The bridge is 134.3. And and you re-enter down here at 136.2. There's the bridge. I'll take a picture, go back. Okay, so I turned around. I wanted to take a quick look again at this bridge that's out, since there's a few more leaves off the trees. And there it is. Okay, circle back around. Well, that's east. I want to turn around so I'm going west. Okay, here we go again. Continuing west. This is about 134.3 over there on the towpath. Okay, so I think I'm gonna continue on down to Little Orleans and go down where the rail trail terminus ends at that old railroad trestle, and then turn around and go back and take the towpath back. And I want to go up to that bridge. I'm curious if that path through the woods over the creek is still passable without any difficulty. Curiosity, you know. So continuing on the rail trail west, probably got about another 7 miles between the rail trail and the towpath to get to Little Orleans. Little Orleans would be about 141 almost. 26 on the rail trail would be at the Indigo Tunnel. And I put about 20 miles on so far, and the battery is holding really well. I started out in assist 1. I'm up to about 3 just because I have the extra power. So, and I'm there. That's probably about 65% maybe. So I do have plenty. So I have 2 extra batteries with me, plus the one I'm using. So I know I have plenty of power. So total of 1500 watts between the 3 batteries. So e-bike users may wonder what's it like to pedal, or maybe non-e-bike users who are maybe interested a little bit. I'm still getting a workout. Just depends on what assist level, of course. From 1 to 5, the assist percentage of the motor input is 8% at 1, 24%, 42%, and then in the assist 4 and 5, I hardly ever use that unless I'm going up a hill. And then that's 75% at 4 and 100% motor at 5. But 4 and 5, that'll really wipe your power out, your battery level. So I don't do that too much, and I really don't use 3 too much. 2's pretty reasonable. Like I say, that's about 24%. Between 24% and 42%. So, and I've gone anywhere from about 25 miles as much as about 50 miles. Just depends on what assist level. If you're not familiar with this area, once you go west of Hancock, it's pretty remote. Yeah, you've got Little Orleans, but that's just a historical marker area. You do have that one bar restaurant, Bill's Place, but that's not always open. But then beyond that, you have Paw Paw, and that's quite a distance from Hancock. So there's really no facilities, services this way. Now at Little Orleans, at the drive-up campsite, at least for now until mid-November, there's a pump, water pump, but it may not be treated with iodine this time right now because of the shutdown, the government shutdown. Generally, the 5 drive-up campsites, they are treated with iodine normally. So be careful, just read the signs. And then I know there's at the Fort Frederick 112.5, there's a public good water faucet just across the railroad tracks. But Fort Frederick, that's pretty far east from here. You don't want to catch that as you come through. And then the pavilion at the bathroom in Hancock, that has public water until they close the bathrooms, probably end of October. Okay, so this is coming up on that crossover path down to the towpath. It's, I think, 136.2 on the map. So over here to the left is the path back to the towpath. This will continue for about another, not quite 5 miles. Well, it'll continue for a little bit down to almost 138, so about not quite 2 miles, and then it'll cross over to the towpath for about 2 miles. Then it gives you the option to go back on the rail trail for another mile or 3/4 or so, and then you get off if you want to go on the towpath again, down through the parking lot, down underneath the bridge, and then over there continuing west. And that's where Little Orleans would be the campsite. You'll see here in a minute. For the longest time, back there at 136.2, that crossover path, that's as far as the rail trail went until they finished this. I remember in 2019 they were working on this one. So let me stop, get a picture. I'm right into the sun, so it may not come out very well. So that's the towpath down here. That's the aqueduct. And of course, Potomac River right over there. It's pretty low. A train over in West Virginia, just across the river. It's coming through, heading east. I'm on the rail trail heading west. Can vaguely see the towpath over there. Rail Trail Mile 23. And that's the end of the continuous rail trail down here. I recall this being milepost 137.9, so about 138. It'll go to the towpath for about 2¼ miles. And the Western Railroad continued straight through there. CNO mile 138, and the river over here, the Potomac River, it's really low. This will continue for about 2¼ miles, and then it'll go back on the rail trail if you want for just a little bit, or continue on the towpath. This is the equivalent of mile 24 on the towpath for the rail trail. Up here, can't see it too well, but I think that's where the other end of the, or this end of the Indigo Tunnel is. It's all gated off. You can see it better from the other end at mile 26. Look at all that rock that they had to go through in order to tunnel that out. It's about 4,600 feet long, going straight through. But it's flooded right now, or had been, with a few inches of water. Plus, they say it has bats in it, so they can't really do anything with it. They're protected by the state of Maryland, maybe federally too. National Park Service has rights to the entire rail trail. So it'd be nice if they ever did something with it, if they could. Put an insert through the tunnels or something. But for now, this is what we have. We ride what we have. This is a very nice section because you got the river, towpath, and the canal, and beyond that hill, through that hill, is the tunnel, Indigo Tunnel. that the Western Maryland Railroad used to use. I'm not sure when they renamed it as a railway versus railroad, or if they did. I'd have to look that up again. Mile 139. Nice little campsite. Indigo Neck. Just past 139. Mile 140. That means the ramp, if you want to go back on the rail trail, is right up here. Another 0.2 of a mile. You start to see the ramp easier, less leaves on the trees. Sometimes you can't see it until you're right up on it. But this goes back onto the rail trail. I'm going to keep on the towpath though. I've been up there several times. So it's been not even a mile since we saw the ramp to go back on the rail trail. And this is the Little Orleans parking lot to the boat ramp and such. The drive up paid campsites are over here. Usually $20 a night until about mid-November, then it drops to $10. You get a further discount if you have a disability access card or something. So the boat ramp is down there. We'll go up here. Okay, so I want to go up here. That continues west on the rail trail. Towpath. So continuing up this little hill, watch the traffic, but over here, this is Bill's place on the right. Thursday to Sunday is open usually, and the rail trail parking lot is up here to the left. So if you took that ramp back onto the rail trail, it would take you straight down past here. Now if you go another about 3/4 of a mile, like we'll do here, it'll take you out onto to see the rail trail trestle, the terminus, the trestle that was abandoned back in 1975 by the railroad. It's pretty decayed over the years now. So right out here to the trestle now. All right, so continuing out here now. So that's mile 27 of the rail trail. And it'll go for what, maybe another half a mile. All the spider webs up there. Go down that hill, that path, it could take you down to the canal. If it's dry, you can cross, but it's you go down and go back up. And this is the terminus of the rail trail, as far as it goes. End of the line. That's the tow path down there. It's about 143.3 as you go underneath that trestle. And this is about 27.5 on the rail trail to the end here. Let's head back. Head back the other way. Okay, let's head back. I'm debating to go down this path to the tow path, but I think I'm just going to head to take the trail back, the rail trail. Been down both ways several times. That's the path down there. Tuscarora Trail. Comic Club owns that area. So let's go through here. Mile 27, heading back. It'll be about 54 miles today once I get back to the truck.